In this episode of Freewheeling, I'll be covering some of my medical history. I have lupus. My first symptom of lupus was when I was 5 years old and I was getting severe eye pain. No one really knew what it was. A lot of people didn't even believe me, which I found really frustrating. And that went on for a very long time. We went to so many doctors and specialists and they had no idea what was going on and thought I was making it all up. I started having problems with double vision. I was seeing rain when it wasn't raining and was looking outside the window and thinking the weather was doing something different than it really was, and I was even seeing black and white sometimes. That was only very occasionally though. The pain was sort of like a migraine. It started at my eyes and went all the way to the back of my head, and it was really painful. A lot of the time I just had to shut my eyes or go into my room and pull the blinds closed to make it dark, because that was the only thing that relieved my pain partially. Finally, first month of year 7, which was when things really just started to deteriorate, I started a running club, and of course I was having new school shoes at the time, and all of a sudden I started getting really bad lumps all over my feet and causing me a lot of pain when I was walking. And we just thought it was new school shoes, all that type of stuff, but it immediately got much worse, and the lumps turned into my hands, my knees, my hips, to the point where I could pretty much not walk. Mum was actually carrying me around the house at that point, and I couldn't even lift my hands to eat and move because I was in so much pain. I was then taken immediately to the hospital since things just got so bad, and after some blood work they then finally discovered I had lupus. After being diagnosed with that, nothing really went away. I was put on a lot of pred and that really helped. There wasn't a lot of change. Often with lupus you get big flares, and I was on a constant flare. For 2 years, I was just in so much pain, and whatever we did, nothing worked. The doctors also were missing out on all the signs of my lupus attacking my spinal cord. Then there was the point where one day I stopped being able to go to the bathroom altogether, and then I woke up just not being able to walk and being completely paralyzed. My lupus attacked my spinal cord, which is an extremely rare, because normally it doesn't attack the central nervous system and goes for the internal organs. So Dad then immediately drove me to emergency at 2 a.m. and all the doctors rushed into action and gave me lots of MRIs and scans and put me in ICU and pumped me with everything they could think of. So I was in hospital for 6 months and was given chemotherapy. Now my legs are paralyzed and my stomach and gut is also, so I can't eat properly. Now you've had a look at my medical history, you should be able to see some more specific videos to come. So thanks for watching, and subscribe, and hope to see you soon. Don't look like that.